everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Megan and I am now documenting the second year of my postpartum physique rebuilding journey. So, as the title of the video suggests, I'm going to be documenting the end of my third week of reverse dieting. If you do not know what reverse dieting is, I welcome you to check out the week 1 video that I've done in this series. I talk about it a little bit, but better yet, maybe Google and read about it from a qualified licensed professional, because I am none of that. So this week, let's just dive right into it, shall we? I ate approximately 1,800 calories every day. Now, I did have one day where I went up to 1,900 calories. I was just a little bit hungrier than usual. And I do think I had another day where I went a little bit above, but whatever. I weighed myself every day except for Monday. I forgot to weigh myself on Monday. So here are my daily weigh-ins. And if you add it all up and divide by 6, you will see that I averaged 64.5 kilograms. The 64.75 and 64.7 weigh-in days, those days Aunt Flo came to join me. So I think that's why they were a little bit higher than normal. Now, in my week 1 and week 2 videos, I said that my starting weight when I started this reverse diet was 64.6. I was wrong. I actually started 64.5 kilo. So now I can officially say that I have not gained any weight so far up until this point, which is a good feeling, but at the same time, I've only gone up approximately 120 calories. It's just really nice to see that my weight is continuing to stay steady. Mood and energy. Let's talk about mood and energy. This was supposed to be my PMS week, where I had the lowest amount of energy, the worst mood possible, and was just super cranky and a monster to be around. But I would like to say that I was none of those things this week. Good job, Megan. I don't know why. I've just had an excellent cycle this past cycle. I've had so much energy. I've had such a good mood. I told my husband, I feel like I'm in the second trimester, like when all the crappiness ends and all of a sudden everything is sunshine and rainbows and unicorns and everything is well with the world. That's how I have felt this past week. So mood and energy, very, very good. Hunger. So I had talked about in my past 2 videos how I've had insatiable hunger, and I blamed that on the ashwagandha that I had started taking this year. I have since stopped taking it. I did not take it at all this past week, and my hunger, shockingly, went completely back to normal, and I have not had a single problem with it since. So even though Dr. Google doesn't say that
crazy monstrous hunger
is a side effect of taking ashwagandha, that just seems to be how I reacted to it. So, I don't know. Another reason I don't want to take it anymore, though, is that I had another strange menstrual cycle this month. My Aunt Flo started 3 days early. And that wouldn't normally be too shocking, except for the fact that I basal body temped this month. Here is my chart from Fertility Friend. I started mid-cycle and then I stopped temping after I confirmed ovulation happened. So I ovulated around cycle day 11 or 12, which is normal for me, but my period came somewhere around 10 or 11 DPO, which if you know anything about fertility and stuff, that would be considered a luteal phase defect. So that's not good. But I think it's because I started and stopped ashwagandha very abruptly, all within the same menstrual cycle. So we'll just see what happens next month. Hopefully things go back to normal. I do find that this is an interesting and exciting phase of being in a fitness journey. I thought it would be really boring. I was afraid that while reverse dieting, it would sort of just be like, well, I'm twiddling my thumbs because I'm not bulking and I'm not cutting. I can't see any changes in my body. I'm just having to work on the inside stuff. But that's not the case, because the more food I eat, the more energy I have, the more resources my body has to build strength and build muscle tissue and just be happy and lively. So it still makes it very exciting each week as I increase calories to go into the gym and do the hard work and hit those PRs. I'm noticing that I'm just so much stronger and so much more energetic. And I've only added 150-ish calories to my diet since I ended my cut phase at the end of last year. So I can only imagine how I'll feel at the end of the 17th week, depending on how high up in calories I get. What I learned about reverse dieting this week. I'm finding it's difficult to hit my calories. And I'm only eating 1,800 calories a day right now. And the reason for that is because I really enjoy the foods I came to love during my cut diet. I really love just these high volume, clean, unprocessed foods. But the problem with that is they are high volume, which means they fill you up, but they're low calorie, which makes them excellent diet foods. High volume, low calorie foods are not very conducive to adding calories back into your diet. And the issue I come up against is I'm having days where I have finished eating dinner and I've only eaten 1,300 calories for the entire day because I've filled my diet full of just fresh fruits and veggies and whole foods and stuff like that that fill me up, but don't provide me, they're not so macronutrient dense, like in terms of carbs and fats. So what I end up having to do is I'm having to bridge like a 500 calorie gap before I go to bed. And I do it, I make sure I get those calories in each day, but it's not necessarily effective to be eating my biggest meal of the day after I've eaten dinner. So that leads us into what are my plans for next week? My plans are I'm going to jump up 75 calories a day. So I'm going to go up now to 1,875 calories. And my goal is to make sure that each of the meals I eat in the day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, are a minimum of 500 calories. That will give me 1,500 calories consumed. And then snacks throughout the day, if I stick with my average 250 to 300 calories, that'll get me to 1,750 to 1,800 calories at the end of the day. And then that gives me just about 100 calories or so to play with, where I can have a cup of tea with full fat milk and maybe a little bit of chocolate or something like that. And I'm just giving myself a small treat at the end of the day instead of having to load my diet. So I need to be better about spreading out the calories. So I'm going to work on that. Otherwise, that is all I think I have to report. At the end of next week, I'm going to be doing a 1 month wrap up where I do measurements. I'll do the weigh-in. I'm going to be doing progress pictures. Here are a couple pictures actually of me being an idiot in the snow. I decided to do some cardio outside and try on this new set that I bought, activewear. Kicked me off on a spending bender, and I ended up buying stuff from like ASOS and Women's Best and some more stuff from this company Geometry. So I think at the end of next week I'll do a little mini try-on haul. I don't know, maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't, but those are the plans. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Otherwise I will see you guys next week. Okay, bye.